And we are live on this Tuesday for Ash Jr. Dale, you ready to go?
Yeah, let's get it, man.
Let's do it. We were kind of talking about penalties earlier, and for those watching live, wait for the full episode to come out to catch your thoughts on that. But Justin Combs has the first question. He says, what happens inside the hauler when NASCAR calls you in for something? What's the discussion like? Does it feel like going to the principal's office?
Well, it depends on who's going to be handling the discussion, but when I was racing, it was usually Mike Helton, and one time we got called into the hauler, and we go up into the lounge, and we're sitting there waiting on Mike to come out of the booth, and so when he walked into the door, I started talking. Like, hey, man, I started pleading my case, and he said, you guys are going to keep your mouth shut, so I'm going to do the talking. And that's kind of the way it might usually go. But there's been times when I've been in that hauler for a conversation with the door bumper clear, where it was great conversation. It was like, hey, man, we're a podcast. We're going to sensationalize. We're going to talk junk. We're going to be controversial. None of this is intentional to piss you off or be annoying to NASCAR or anybody that works in the industry. This is that's kind of just the showbiz of the sport, right? The entertainment side of it. And so we had a great conversation where it was helpful for everybody involved, I think. So I mean, there's times when I've been in that hauler and it's you get a chance to kind of tell your side of things. But then there's other times when you're completely in the wrong, and they're like, look, you're completely in the wrong. Just keep your mouth shut, and we're going to tell you what the deal is, and that's what the deal is. They'll tell you sometimes, like, this board was here before you came. It'll be here when you're gone. You're just a blip in the radar. You're just a part of the process. So just enjoy it, or we're going to find somebody who will come in here and act right.
Man,
So.
I think my heart would sink just getting that message like, hey, you've been called to the hauler. Like, who calls you to the hauler?
That is right, Andrew. So when you do get that message, whether you're still in the car racing or it's after the race, when they say, hey, man, they want you to come over to the hauler, it's a very nauseous sort of feeling. You're not like, oh, hell yeah, let's go to the hauler. Can't wait to tell them what I think. You know then that you're instantly regretting whatever it is that's getting you called to the hauler for.
Yeah.
By the way, to the people listening or watching on YouTube, go listen to DBC. Josh Williams gives some insights into what happened in that hauler. He got to sit in there for like 150 laps.
140, yeah.
Yeah, 140 laps.
Yeah.
It is pretty hilarious to hear him talk about it. So that's on this week's podcast.
That was funny. This next question coming from Brian. What was the most creative code word that you guys used for pit stops? We listen on team radios all the time.
Yeah, we never did.
Never did.
No. The code words kind of came in right around the time when I was retiring, and they were, I would say we were pushing back on that a little bit, or at least I was, and my crew chiefs at the time were not on board with code words, and it was like, man, let's not do anything that's going to confuse us or get us, I don't need to, look up on a thing. Okay, what's that mean? Have a cheat card up there. I was just like, look, just tell me what we need to do. It was almost like who are we if we think that we are so important that we need a special code for being able to put 2 tires on the car instead of 4? I mean, who's really listening and going, oh, they're doing 2, everybody change, Like, we weren't never really running good enough to feel like, the last year in 2017, we kind of were, mid-pack, had a couple good runs, but it was kind of like this thing of like, it was I almost felt like it was like a pompous thing to do. Like, I'm gonna have some codes, man, so nobody knows what's going on with me. Now it's kind of necessary, right? Because everybody there is this ability to literally listen to everything everybody says, and so sure, I mean, in those moments when it's when it's critical strategy that could, do things that, give you an advantage, a code word would probably be very helpful. But yeah, I mean, it was kind of just starting to come around right when I was easing on out of the sport. There won't be any code words in my Xfinity starts this year. So
I heard from Dalton, our new social media coordinator, that you may have gotten a secret message when Washington won the game on Sunday.
He wasn't that cryptic about that either.
No, they would just
by
say,
God, ask about the dang. He'd ask about who's winning the game.
Yeah.
During a red flag, he wasn't. I wish he would have been code wording. I mean, it's like everybody's listening, and then now we're going to hear Dale ain't got his head in the game.
Yeah,
better win the race, or they're going to be like, "Yep, he was focused on football."
we really only talk, and this is the damn truth. I mean, I know everybody makes a big deal out of getting football scores during the races. That really only happened at Talladega.
It did.
Literally, there were like 2 races at Talladega, and that would have been the only place where I would have felt comfortable enough to say, "Hey, yeah, we're coming for 4 tires. Great. What's going on with Washington, TJ?"
Inside, touchdown. By the way, you're up by 2 scores. All right, and you're inside.
Yeah.
It was a red flag.
Yeah.
It wasn't even under caution.
Okay.
I would never have felt like that would have been appropriate at any other race, and it happened a couple times at Talladega, and we brag about it like it was a regular thing, but.
That's good. Yeah. That's good. Your mind was in the right place during most races. This next one coming from Doug.
During most races.
Thanks, Andrew.
Andrew with a slight jab.
Talladega. Hey, you said Talladega. You're like, well, the only place I asked, so it wasn't all the races. Damn, Mike. This next question coming from Doug. How is learning guitar coming along? Have you given it any more thought?
Nope. Nope. I downloaded this app, tuned the guitar, and haven't touched it since.
Okay, so you do have a guitar.
I do have one, and I do have it tuned. I bought that little guitar, buddy, and I just got to sit down. I mean, I've been on this world tour of vacations, so that's kind of been making things difficult. But I'm finally going to be home for a little while, and hopefully this week I got a lot of things to get to. But yeah, I got a lot of things to do. But
yeah, it's kind of one of those.
It's loud, which is I mean, I've heard someone play the guitar before, and I've strummed the guitar, but for whatever reason, now that there's 2 kids in the house, and I strum the guitar, and I'm like, wow, I got to go somewhere. I can't be doing this in the house, right, with the girls around. But it's just super loud, right?
So you pick it up, though.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I bet Jimmy Johnson has already learned how to play guitar.
I bet Jimmy Johnson already knows 3 or 4 songs.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson's like Santana over there.
This last one, a couple.
You'll have to listen to the rest of the show to get that joke.
That's right.
Yeah.
Listen to the show.
A couple of people have asked, have you added any new cars to the race car graveyard, and do you have any that you're eyeing for?
No, that's the thing. I don't believe that we have a next gen. So any next gen would be cool, but I mean, literally. The center sections, it's all bolt on. The front clip bolts on, the rear clip bolts on. So I doubt, if ever, are they getting rid of the center section of the car. It ain't like, you're never going to have somebody walk up and go, man, we crashed our next gen. Here it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially now, they need all the cars they can get.
They're going to they're going to fix the front clip or back clip, and it's, they're going to race it again. So I doubt that I'll ever get one of those. And even if you did, you'd only get like the center section that looks nothing like a race car, right? You're not, you're going to say to somebody, yeah, over there lays the next gen, and it's just roll bars, no body parts or nothing, right? So I don't know. We'll see. I haven't gotten a new one in a while, and I think that people in the industry have sort of moved on or forgotten that we were doing that, because we were getting calls on the regular, and then when I retired, it kind of started fading off a little bit. But
this will get it right back into the.
Yeah, this could be the way to get back.
Yeah, if you got. I mean, there's been a couple people that have called. Maya Snyder called me after the Daytona crash last year, where he flipped that truck or that car down the back straightaway.
Yeah.
There's been 2 or 3 calls. It's usually, Austin Cindric called me this year about putting a car in. But they had already I think I can't remember exactly what the wreck was, but and it wasn't a next gen car, but might have been something from last year. But he wanted to put the car in, and usually the driver, he'll say, "Hey, I want to donate a car, and I want to come and do some social media around it." And so that's kind of how it's been happening here lately. So we still get a call or two.
Yeah, if you get a next-gen car, teams are going to be like, if they're short on parts, they're like, let's go to
Can we get
Dale's, see if
get
there's
that
anything
back?
there. Yeah, can we get that back? All right, that's all the time we have for
Yeah.
Ash Junior this week.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Thanks to Xfinity for supporting our show and everything they do in NASCAR Xfinity 10G network. It's super fast. 10G. Nothing's faster. Anyways, if you want to get faster internet or even faster speeds rolling out every day, go to 10G network with Xfinity. I am a customer, and it is amazing. Keep sending your questions for Ask Junior to Xfinity Racing on Twitter. These questions this year have been really good. So keep that up. Andrew's doing an awesome job. You guys out there are doing an awesome job. Thanks for everything y'all do to support the Dale Jr. Download and everything we do at Dirty Mo Media. We're working really hard for everybody this year to try to put out a lot of great content. So appreciate all the great feedback, and we'll keep trying to get better. We'll see y'all next week.
We are